Why is Adam taking his time? This week's Slow Burn Sunday is about Adam's plan to take down Billy on The Young and the Restless. Unsurprisingly, Victor is pulling the strings behind the scenes. Since our beloved black sheep of the family is back to working for him, the matriarch already has his first project for him. Victor is taking advantage of Adam's new position. He and Chelsea have been working together at Newman Media again. But of course, there's fine print in this contract that they forgot to read. Adam's new job means that he will have to do something for his father. Chelsea already feels uncomfortable about this. She doesn't like that Victor is using his son for his own gain. Victor wants Adam to take Billy down only because of their long-standing feud. He also sees Billy as a threat to Newman Media. Victor wants Adam to undermine Billy's effort. Everyone knows about Adam and Billy's complicated history. What made it worse was when Chelsea and Adam cheated on Billy and Sally when they dated them. Their feud reignited when Adam and Chelsea learned that Sally and Billy were working together. Victor is using his son's pain to his advantage, since he's obsessed with taking down the Abbotts. This week, Victor was ready to take Billy down. He involved Adam in his plan to use Newman Media. Adam has tried to keep his distance from his father because of Chelsea, but it's not easy for him, especially when he wants his father in his life. Victor and Adam have hatched a plan to go up against Billy. However, Adam is taking his time. Victor asked why he hadn't launched a media takedown against Billy. Adam brushed him off and assured him that It'll be interesting to see whether Adam follows through with this plan, or if he will take down his father instead. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers update for the week of June 2 to 6 reveals that a revenge plot will heat up while a fierce ultimatum is handed down. A peacemaker will also face a tough job, so let's talk about all the excitement that's brewing. After Kyle Abbott strikes out with Victor Newman at Nikki Newman's party, Claire Newman won't be happy about it. There could be some tension between Claire and Kyle if he basically says, "I told you so." Kyle may push Claire to just accept that Victor will never approve of their romance. But regardless, Victor will move forward with his revenge on the Abbotts, and will be especially eager to see Kyle's takedown. That's why Victor will push Audra Charles to make some bold moves and speed things along. The sooner Audra breaks up Kyle and Claire, the quicker she can pump the necessary money into Vibrant. Over with Lily Winters, she'll make a vow to Nate Hastings. That might involve a promise to be careful, since Lily will be determined to accept Aristotle Dumas' invitation and finally meet him at his summer home in France. In the meantime, Phyllis Summers may hope to attend that bash as well. Since we know Phyllis will deliver a proposal to Nick Newman, she may push him to score her an invite or at least help her crash the event. As for Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott, they'll decide to accept Dumas' invitation and go see what he's got in store at this party. Across town, Victoria Newman will fret over Cole Howard's lingering symptoms and eventually receive some disturbing news. When Victoria confides in Nikki later, she may admit Cole is quite ill. Cole must have something far more serious than he's been letting on, so there'll be a lot for Victoria to mull over. Next, Y and R spoilers say Chelsea Lawson will try giving Adam Newman another ultimatum. This could be Adam's last chance to show loyalty to Chelsea, who may threaten to leave Newman Media for real this time if he doesn't cooperate. Adam may find himself under more pressure to launch the Billy Abbott smear campaign that Victor's pushing for. Despite Adam's efforts to wiggle out of this and distract Victor, there will be more problems. Finally, Billy will play referee when another fight breaks out between Phyllis and Sally Spectra, but peace will be tough to achieve. The Young and the Restless spoilers say the week of June 2 to 6 will bring some curveballs, so stick with us for updates on all the drama. Will this party soon go completely off the rails? For the Monday, June 2 episode off The Young and the Restless, spoilers photos show spirits are high as Nikki's party carries on, at least for now. Nikki's birthday bash is in full swing, and it looks like the spirit of the day has some couples feeling the heat, in good and bad ways. Victoria practically melts into Cole's arms as they dance, but there is some tension between them. Is his illness still giving her a moment of pause? Also melting into each other are Michael and Lauren. Things between them are rather strained as of late. He did his wife a service by quitting Victor, but Lauren knows. Also getting cozy are Adam and Chelsea. They'll stare into each other's eyes and whisper sweet nothings in each other's ears. However, this is a Newman party, and it's only a matter of time before one Newman sibling sets another off. While we can't expect all the Abbotts to show up, it's nice to see Ashley among the partygoers. She's not planning on staying in town long, but she's determined to make every moment count. She and Nikki may not always be on the best of terms, but they do so love to celebrate each other. Meanwhile, Lily, Damien, Audra, and Nate continue their get-together at Society. The group is now officially on alert, and they have much to discuss and much to worry about. It's hard to believe that 20-plus years ago, on June 1, 2004, Braden James made his first appearance on The Young and the Restless. Devin Hamilton had arrived. His early storylines were filled with heartache, drama, and angst, but James always delivered the spectacle that daytime audiences were clamoring for. What's wild to think is that his Hollywood career could have gone in a much different direction. Let's call it a sliding doors moment. James recalled the day that changed his life forever with Soaps.com with not one, but two major auditions. I remember that day I had a Coca-Cola commercial, a national commercial, and an audition for a soap opera, he shares. I really wanted the commercial because I knew they paid well. And I thought, I was 17, so what did a soap opera want with a kid? Little did he know that The Young and the Restless would have a juicy storyline waiting for that 17-year-old kid, one that would eventually land him 2 daytime Emmys. I knew I did a good job during The Young and the Restless screen test. I felt the most confident after the first audition I had for Y and R with our casting director, Marnie Seda, James divulges. But I will never forget that, in the middle of the audition, the casting director stopped the scene, midway through, and said, "Finally, someone who reads this role the way it's meant to be read." His talent was recognized right away, and James says, "It gave me all the confidence in the world." The role just might have been destined for him, because his screen test partner just happened a former Family Matters guest star, Crystal Khalil. He had last seen her when they were 9 and 10 years old, and now, The Young and the Restless was asking them to do 4 scenes together. If that wasn't enough, his studio teacher Linda Stone from his over 11 years on the ABC sitcom was now in that same position on CBS daytime show. If that wasn't the universe telling James that he was officially home, James now gets to be a part of the legacy that the Bell family created 51 years ago, one that he will never stop trying to make this place proud. Happy 21st anniversary, Braden James. The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates tease Victor Newman spirals out of control, prompting his entire family to believe he has crossed a line and must be restrained. But will they take action? Will his family come together to confront him due to his overwhelming thirst for vengeance and reckless behavior? Currently, following Michael Baldwin's departure, Victor has completely lost his grip. He's attacked Jack Abbott and Kyle Abbott, as well as Billy Abbott. Victor is now more unhinged than he has been in a long time. It's clear he's interfering. He has Audra Charles working on a plan to separate them. And while Claire is caught on to Victor and Audra's scheming, she remains unaware of just how deep their conspiracy goes. Currently, Victor is exhibiting more vengeful behavior than anyone can recall in recent years. He's striking out, and it's evident that Nikki Newman is unable to manage Victor. Nikki is concerned about how much worse he might become now that Michael is no longer there to provide a calming influence. Naturally, Victor will always pursue his own desires. However, when Michael was in his employ, he had some ability to temper Victor's actions, attempt to lessen the fallout, or at least buy some time. Michael consistently sought ways to help his boss relax and to ignore the temptations of the devil on his shoulder, striving to be the angel on the opposite shoulder. Currently, Nikki is worried that Victor will concentrate on creating a rift between Claire and Kyle. Subsequently, Nikki confided in Victoria Newman about her concerns. This revelation did not sit well with their daughter at all. We then witnessed Victoria confronting Victor regarding his interference, essentially issuing a challenge. Victoria warned her father that she would never forgive him if he disrupted Claire and Kyle's relationship. As a result, Victoria is already seething with anger, and she knows firsthand the consequences of his meddling, as Victor has interfered in many of her relationships. He has caused the downfall of most of her marriages. Victoria is determined to prevent this from happening to Claire. Naturally, Nikki shares Victoria's perspective, and she wishes for Victor to stay out of Kyle and Claire's affairs, yet Nikki is much more compassionate towards Victor than his children are. She tends to overlook many things that she probably should address. Victoria has already made her position clear to Victor, so he has been forewarned. Then there's Claire, who Victor risks losing if he isn't cautious. We know that Claire cherishes her grandfather and is thrilled to finally connect with her biological family and gain their acceptance. Therefore, Victor's approval holds significant value for her. However, it's important to note that Claire was raised under the control of her revenge-driven great-aunt, Jordan Howard. While Victor may not be as terrible as Jordan, he certainly has his own obsession with revenge. It's doubtful Claire will put up with anyone trying to dictate her life again, regardless of her feelings for Victor. It seems likely that Claire will only endure so much from Victor before she stands her ground. If it comes down to it, Claire might step away from Victor, even if just temporarily, to remind him of the potential consequences of his behavior. It's evident she possesses more strength than most of the other Newmans combined. Victor risks losing both Victoria and Claire due to his uncompromising approach. Then there's Adam Newman, who finds himself in a tough situation. He recently appointed Chelsea Lawson Newman as his COO at Newman Media. Victor's scheme is to undermine Billy's new venture, Ab.com, right as it launches, utilizing Newman Media as a means of sabotage. This is already creating tension between Adam and Chelsea naturally. Victor expects Adam to be his loyal follower, carrying out his every command. He aims to wield Newman Media as a weapon against Billy, the Abbotts, and anyone he considers an adversary. However, Chelsea adheres to a moral compass. Chelsea no longer wishes to be ruthless and cunning. That's not her current stance, despite her history as a con woman and her questionable past. Additionally, Chelsea is burdened with guilt over the fact that she and Adam betrayed Billy and Sally Spectra. Naturally, Chelsea is reluctant to pursue the business they are launching. However, Victor is indifferent. Consequently, Adam is in a tough spot because he fears losing Chelsea due to Victor's extreme behavior. He and Chelsea have just rekindled their relationship and in a really good place now. Currently, Nick Newman, Victor's other son, is aligned with him, but that situation could shift. We heard Nick telling his father that he can be trusted, yet he also wishes to avoid a conflict, maintaining friendly relations with Jack and others. Nick is against Victor targeting the Abbotts, and so is Nikki with Michael absent. it falls on them to slow things down or at least make an effort. Therefore, Nick may join forces with Nikki and his siblings, agreeing that action is necessary regarding Victor. The mustache will continue to strike out until something or someone intervenes. Victor isn't going to change on his own, and there's a real chance that something could happen at Nikki's birthday celebration. The party won't persuade Victor to accept Kyle as Claire hopes. In fact, it could have the opposite effect naturally. Claire will be heartbroken, therefore, she might take the lead against Victor. She could rally her mother Victoria, grandmother Nikki, and her uncles Adam and Nick to stand up against their patriarch. Together, they might present a united front and confront Victor with a clear message: stop the erratic behavior or risk losing everyone. Nikki might actually join with them, making it clear to Victor they all believe he's out of control and that he can't keep manipulating without facing the consequences of losing them all. The Young and the Restless spoilers are in for the week of June 2, 2025. Fans can expect Mariah Copeland to be haunted by her past. Sally Spectra and Phyllis Summers face off. Plus, Lily Winters makes a promise. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Fans know that ever since Mariah returned from her business trip, she's been troubled. Tessa Porter knows her wife is troubled and has tried to get Mariah to open up. So far, Mariah won't say much except that she betrayed Tessa somehow and needs to be forgiven. As Tessa and Mariah sit together in the upcoming week, the redhead has a strained smile on her face. It is also teased that Mariah will be haunted by her past. It is teased that Billy Abbott will struggle to keep things civil between Sally and Phyllis. Fans know that when Billy let Phyllis go, it truly was for her own good. However, Phyllis has been determined to get payback ever since. In a photo for next week, Phyllis and Sally are nose to nose. The Young and the Restless spoilers for next week reveal that Lily will continue planning on going to Aristotle Dumas' party. Lily will also make a promise to Nate Hastings. Everyone is talking about the mysterious invitations, especially since they were delivered during Nikki Newman's birthday party. The timing is very interesting indeed. Meanwhile, Damian Kane pitches Holden Novak to Audra Charles. However, Audra passes on hiring Holden at her new company. Fans can also expect Nikki to be overwhelmed by Kyle Abbott's gift. However, Victor Newman calls Kyle's bluff. Meanwhile, Phyllis has a proposition for Nick Newman. Michael Baldwin and Lauren Fenmore Baldwin literally dance around their problems. Victoria Newman worries about Cole Howard. A few days later, she receives troubling news. Is this about those tests that Cole had while he was sick? By Friday, Victoria will open up to Nikki. Also, Chelsea Lawson issues an ultimatum to Adam Newman. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal there are 3 must-see moments for the week of June 2, 2025. Fans can expect Victoria Newman to get troubling news about Cole Howard. Amy Lewis drops a bombshell about her future. Plus, several Genoa City residents get ready for a mysterious party in France hosted by the elusive Aristotle Dumas. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. One must-see moment for the week of June 2 features Cole and Victoria. It is teased while this could be about the Newman vs. Abbott families, it sounds more like Cole's medical tests will come back. Chances are that Cole is dealing with more than a simple cold. It is teased that Victoria confides in her mother. So that sounds like Cole might not want Claire Grace Newman or others knowing about his illness just yet. Cole might want to wait a little while. However, this could put a lot of pressure on Victoria, especially if Claire suspects her mother is hiding something from her. If Cole has a deadly condition, he won't be able to keep it a secret forever. The fact that Cole won't open up to his daughter about it could have Claire questioning a lot of things too. Claire would want to spend every last minute with her father if he is dying. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that another must-see moment revolves around Amy. It should be noted that Damian Kane isn't present. I have to wonder if Dumas has somehow gotten to Amy. There is also Dumas, who has sent out mysterious black invitations with a gold seal. Several Genoa City residents received these invitations at the same time as Nikki's birthday party. Dumas' event happens in 2 weeks, and interestingly enough, it occurs on Friday the 13th. Soaps love to use Friday the 13th for mysteries and eerie occurrences. So, could something happen at Dumas' party? Great job portraying Tessa in May. May was a month filled with music, love, and complex emotions for Tessa Porter on The Young and the Restless, and Kate Fairbanks brought every beat of it to life with her nuanced, heartfelt performance. Whether she was offering Daniel quiet comfort as he navigated his grief or wrestling with her own insecurities, Fairbanks shone brightest during Tessa's scenes with Daniel. Watching her gently guide him through guitar lessons, it was clear that Tessa wasn't just teaching chords and strumming patterns. She was helping him reconnect with a part of himself he thought he'd lost. With a quiet, steady presence, Tessa provided not just a distraction, but a pathway back to hope. Fairbanks gave Tessa a lightness and an empathy that felt authentic, making those moments resonate deeply with viewers. Of course, it wasn't all about Daniel. Tessa's scenes with Mariah revealed another layer to her character, her deep-rooted fear of losing the woman she loves. Tessa's worry that Mariah might be upset about her revealing details of their life to Ian was palpable. Fairbanks portrayed Tessa's guilt and apprehension with such honesty that you couldn't help but feel for her. Even in her moments of doubt, Tessa's love for Mariah was unwavering, and that love was written across every expression. What makes Kate Fairbanks stand out this month isn't just her ability to play vulnerability. It's how she imbued Tessa with both grace and grit. In every scene, Fairbanks brought Tessa's layers to life. Her quiet wisdom, her unshakable loyalty, and her willingness to fight for the people she loves. With her understated yet powerful portrayal, Fairbanks reminded us that strength isn't always about being loud. It's about showing up, being present, and offering love when it's needed most. This month, she made Tessa Porter unforgettable. This week's I and R preview has Billy making a decision that leaves Sally unhappy, while Kyle tries to sway Victor. June 2 to 6 will have Genoa City residents contemplating their future. This week's The Young and the Restless preview hints that one character's decision could impact their relationship. While another character, Amy, has lots to celebrate now that her cancer treatments are a success. She has Nate to thank for referring her to the oncologist and encouraging her not to give up. Nate is thrilled to see Amy so happy and commends her on her positive attitude. Amy tells Nate her new lease on life has led her to make a decision about her future. Could Amy's decision involve her staying in Genoa City? Claire and Kyle are enjoying the festivities at Nikki's birthday bash. The couple isn't letting the Newman and Abbott family drama spoil their evening. However, Kyle might do something to bring their peaceful night to a halt. Claire wants to get Kyle onto the dance floor, but Kyle says it'll have to wait. There's one more move I want to make to try to sway Victor, he tells his girlfriend. Victor has been vocal about his disapproval of Claire and Kyle's relationship. So, what trick does Kyle have up his sleeve to win the mustache approval? Trouble in paradise might be looming for Sally and Billy. Sally is taking a chance working for her new Bose company. However, she's beginning to question his dedication. When Billy announces he's going on a trip to visit Aristotle Dumas, Sally isn't thrilled. Billy promises Sally that she and the company mean everything to him. Yet, Sally doesn't understand why he's leaving during such a crucial time for Abbott Communications. Billy says he needs to find out what Dumas has planned for his family. Although Billy needs answers, his trip might cause damage to his relationship and to his company. CBS's The Young and the Restless first aired in March 1973 and has been captivating audience since then. Created by Lee and William Bell, the story takes place in the fictional Genoa City, Wisconsin, and delves into themes of romantic relationships, business rivalries, and family feuds. The upcoming episodes of The Young and the Restless are scheduled to release from June 2 to June 6, 2025. Spoilers for the next week reveal some interesting story developments in Genoa City. Kyle Abbott and Claire Newman will have a tough time at Nikki Newman's party. Victor Newman will get angry at Aristotle Dumas's announcement, and Billy and Sally will be invited by Dumas. In the upcoming week's episodes of The Young and the Restless, Nikki Newman will throw a party at the Newman mansion, in which Kyle and Claire will end up having some arguments. Kyle will attempt to make a grand gesture for Victor to win his approval, but that will not be met kindly by Victor. Spoilers suggest that he might fly into a fit of rage. Kyle and Claire will fight with each other after Kyle's plan turns out to be unsuccessful. He will then storm off from the party altogether. This could also potentially be a chance for Audra to get close to him. According to the spoilers, she will try to burst the bubble that Kyle and Claire had created in their relationship, and Kyle might also give in to temptation. Spoilers of the show reveal that Aristotle Dumas will send out a cryptic announcement to the residents of Genoa City, and Victor will view that as a threat. Victor will prepare to fight back, but first and foremost, he will figure out who the mystery man Aristotle Dumas is in the first place. Chelsea Lawson and Adam Newman could also be behind this announcement, since they had a plan to create a scandal. This could be a fake Dumas announcement, meant to take the heat off of Billy Abbott for the moment. On The Young and the Restless, Billy Abbott and Sally Spectra will receive an invitation for Friday the 13th party from Aristotle Dumas. According to the spoilers, Sally will tell Billy that it would not be a wise idea to attend this event at Dumas's home in Nice, France. She will question Billy's priorities, however, he will assure her that she is at the top of his list. Sally may rebuke him, saying that this is a crucial time for Abbott communications, and he should not leave the country. But Billy will remain adamant. Which super couple is the fan favorite? In the next round of Soap Hub's Battle of the Soap Super Couples, we're pitting against each other a longtime fan favorite and some daytime newcomers. Here's who came out on top between The Young and the Restless: Mariah and Tessa versus Beyond the Gates: Martin and Smitty. Mariah and Tessa have certainly been on a rocky road after nearly a decade together. Although they first get in 2017 when Mariah was on a date with Devin and Tessa was about to date Noah, the two couldn't control their pull toward each other and eventually became a Genoa City super couple. After breakups, marriage, and having a daughter together, now the couple face another turning point in their relationship. As Mariah keeps her devastating secret close, it could be the one thing that tears them apart. While many Mariah shippers simply commented with Maria and Tessa, with a range of emojis from hearts to rainbows, one noted, "It's over for Mariah and Tessa." The latest LGBTQ+ couple to hit daytime, Martin and Smitty, were introduced to us well over a decade into their relationship and fatherhood. Having been together for so long and raised a son and daughter, the couple has now been the center of a Marshall crisis. Between their lack of communication and Martin's lack of support for Smitty returning to his career, they've been on shaky ground since the soap premiered. A few fans were quick to comment, "Martin and Smitty," while another viewer simply said, "I hope this mess is over." Frankly, should Jack keep those walls up around his wife? Jack has been through the ringer when it comes to love, but right now, he's living a seemingly sweet chapter with Diane. They're married, sharing laughs over morning coffee at the Abbott mansion, and Diane even managed to charm the notoriously hard-to-impress Abbott family with her chic and tasteful revamp of the home. On the surface, things look good, great even. But if we've learned anything from watching The Young and the Restless, it's this. Things are never that simple in Genoa City. Diane looks like a woman in love. She's doting, supportive, and loyal. Jack appears to be letting his guard down, and that's where things could get dangerous. Diane has a reputation for being unpredictable, and while she's shown signs of growth, it's fair to ask if she really changed, or is this just the calm before the storm? Jack's heart may be in this marriage, but what happens if he slips up? What if he forgets an anniversary or backs someone at Jibud over her? Diane doesn't always handle disappointment well. Her love can flip into vengeance at lightning speed. It's not hard to imagine Jack waking up one morning to find his perfect wife scheming behind his back. There's also the question of trust. Jack may want to trust Diane, but is he doing so because it's convenient right now? Is she simply filling a void and making life comfortable, or is she genuinely the life partner he needs for the long haul? Only time will tell if Diane is Jack's forever love, or just the latest chapter in his very dramatic love life. While their marriage seems stable for now, history warns us not to get too comfortable. Jack may